I'm going to show you how to significantly increase your sales by making 13 new calls a day. So stay tuned because I'm going to show you right now. Hey, Mike Brenhaug here, the Focus Guy. Today we're talking about sales and how to keep a steady flow of opportunities coming in to fill your sales pipeline considering all the other activities you have going on. See, the single biggest challenge that many salespeople have is being consistent with their sales prospecting efforts to create enough opportunities that will allow them to achieve their sales goals. So as a salesperson, and considering that you do have other sales responsibilities, it becomes even more important to be focused on those activities to keep a steady flow of deals coming into the sales pipeline. But first, let me ask you this. How would 3,000 or 6,000 new prospect calls impact your business? Would that provide you with enough new opportunities to achieve your sales goals? Well, when you think about that number, it might seem overwhelming. I know. But I can tell you from experience and from coaching others that it's a very realistic number. And I'll show you how to break it down so that it's a small, realistic, manageable number. See, the ability to focus and effectively balance between bringing in new deals and servicing your existing customers that you have is important to your sales success. But it doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, the better that you can manage your sales activities and focus on those activities that generate you the greatest results will actually make your sales job easier and more rewarding for you. So, to keep a steady flow of deals coming in requires you to be making new contacts to find new opportunities, which requires prospecting. So let me share with you one of my favorite prospecting methods, which is sales calls, especially for busy salespeople because it's an efficient way to reach out to new potential customers. And it doesn't need to be an overwhelming, unrealistic number that you might be thinking of. Depending on the industry that you're in or the product or service that you're selling, your current call quota or prospecting quota might not be the correct number to get you the most out of your sales efforts. See, I have found if the number of calls is not set at a realistic or sustainable number, considering that you have other necessary sales activities, then you're setting yourself up for disappointing sales. So here's an easy formula for increasing your sales without being overwhelmed. First, don't think of it as a weekly goal where you're thinking hundreds of calls. Break it down to a smaller goal, which is a daily goal. When you think about making new calls, you're not thinking about hundreds of calls in a week. You're thinking of a smaller, more realistic number that is not overwhelming. See, I have a number that I like to start with that is sustainable and will work for many businesses, but what's important is for you to do your homework and calculate what is right for you and the sales goals that you want to achieve. So I asked you earlier in the video if making 3,000 to 6,000 calls would change your business. So what was your response? Was it, Mike, you're crazy? Well, let me share with you right now and then you can tell me if I'm crazy or not. So here's how simple it is. If you were to make 13 new calls a day, that is 65 calls per week, which is 3,380 new calls per year. The key here is consistency and making a daily habit to make a few prospecting calls to keep new opportunities coming into that sales pipeline. So how would that change your business? If you have more time or bandwidth in your day, you could bump it up, which is 130 calls a week or 6,670 calls per year. But here's what's most important. Pick a number that is realistic for you, considering all the other activities that you have going on, okay? And make it a daily goal and stick with it. That is the key. See, it's doing the little things each day over the course of the year that will make the biggest impact. And the reason a daily habit is better and is the key compared to making calls just 1 or 2 days a week is it becomes a bigger number when you're only doing it a few days a week, and it becomes a bigger task. And it's easier to make 13 calls than it is to make 65 or 100 calls. Be sure to check out part 2 to this video where I show you how to calculate your conversion ratio and how many deals is required or how many opportunities is required for you to reach your sales goals. So you definitely don't want to miss that. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, and check out my YouTube channel where I share business tips just like this every week to help you increase your sales and grow your business so you can run it like a pro. Have an awesome day.